talk a little bit, just for a moment, about each other's preaching. What is it that you see in MacArthur's preaching that is of such preciousness to you? And what do you see, Dr. MacArthur, about John Piper's preaching that you love?
I think, I'm not going to say anything that we don't all say, is that Dr. MacArthur's preaching is incredibly clear. It is so clear. And it doesn't fumble around to get to the clear point. As I'm listening, I think he's not wasting any words here. He's not blowing smoke anywhere. It's just clear. And then second thing is, that's really there in the text. That's really there. Look at that. And people love that. I love that. Like, tell me what the text says. I want to know what God says. And third, he has the ability to relate the immediacy of the text to doctrinal concerns or cultural concerns without getting off on a tangent that gets you bogged down in excessive application, but rather, wow, you feel the force. That's relevant right now in this situation. That's relevant. So those three things at least strike me and attract me, draw me in. I want to hear clarity. I want to see what's really in the text. I want it to be relevant to my life in this culture right now. And there's just plain earnestness. I think preaching that's not earnest, a lot of preachers are playful. They think playful. I mean, we all know one preacher who crashed and burned a while back, and he said, the main model you should have are stand-up comedians. That's what he said. He said that should be the main model. You want to learn how to communicate? Watch stand-up comedians. And I thought, you don't watch many comedians.
I know.
That is.
Just one caution. As the fact that I love to hear that kind of preaching is owing to the fact that I'm born again and have a spiritual taste bud on my tongue. His preaching is going to alienate a lot of people. So is mine. Which means the fact that we like each other, and almost everybody in this room likes everybody, right? This is a nice group to be among. But you're going to have churches where you preach like he does or like I do, and they will not hear it because they're not attracted to, give me more Bible, I want to hear more Bible. That takes a spiritual mind. So that's why prayer, which HB reminded us of, is absolutely essential. We pray for our people to have ears to hear.
No, I would say the same about John for the very same reason. Clarity, the meaning of the text, and the doctrinal implications. His preaching, I like to think of it this way. His application is one thing, implication is something else. There may be 1,000 applications, but there's usually just a few implications that just are so pervasive, it changes how you approach life. And John is a genius at the implication of a given text without saying, this is what you do on Tuesday afternoon when this happens and this happens and this happens. It's the power of that implication drawn because you know the text said it and you understand the bigger picture of the theology that undergirds that specific revelation. And that I want to feel the implication. I want to feel the burden of that text. And I want the people to feel that burden. And I don't want to over-define it on a practical level, lest I leave something out.